record video on Windows, I can record it at a higher quality, and so then after it's done printing, then I can, whenever I upload it to YouTube,
Yeah.
it's like good quality. It's better than if I let it run off of the house's internet. Dude, my upload speeds here are atrocious. It sucks.
Honestly, I don't know about mine, so I'll let you know I ain't had that damn problem about my internet.
Yeah. Man, the power switch on my 3D printer went bad.
Oh, damn.
Like the actual switch on the back of it, like it's got the plug, like a computer style plug, power
Yeah.
plug, and it's got a little rocker switch right next to it. And that thing kept sizzling and popping, and the damn 3D printer would shut off.
Damn it.
Like every time I started preheating, it would shut off, and I would hear the sizzling and popping. And I was like, "What in the hell?" So I lifted it up and like turned it over on its side and looked in there, and I didn't see anything, but I did notice like I was flipping the switch. I'd to turn it off, then turn it back on, see if it would start back up, and
Yeah.
whenever I did it, I could feel the sizzling in the switch. I could actually feel the switch vibrating whenever I heard it popping and stuff. So until I get one in from Amazon or eBay, I robbed the power plug off of my guitar amp,
Oh, damn.
and since it's got spades on the back of it, and the spade clips that are on the printer just slides right on, so I'm just using that plug.
Well, man, go out and get you a fucking toggle switch.
Well, I mean, the thing is, it's got a weird mount, and I want to try to find one that I can just put back in where it goes, kind of thing, you know. Which I've been looking and I haven't found anything yet, but I'll find it, you know. Even if I got to call BQ all the way over there in China and be like, "Hey, listen, like you need to send me a damn toggle or a damn power switch plate," you know. Like you shit broke on me.
Very careful, they're gonna send you COVID.
I'm telling you, man, they'll send some pangolin shit over with it, you know, or whatever the hell it was. I don't know.
Tell them you need to switch for one of the little hot Chinese girls.
Oh man, I tell you what, whenever I ordered the nozzles, the fan, which I still need to install that new fan, but this one's working fine right now. But nah, I ordered the two nozzles, the heating element, and the thermistor, and the blower fan for the front of the extruder with the LED in it.
Yeah.
I think that's all that came with it. I think that's all I got. But anyways, I ordered all that, and I'm talking about like this is the lightest package. Let me see if it's got the weight on it. No, it doesn't. It was, but it's like an incredibly light package. It's tiny, and this thing took almost a month to get here.
Damn.
You know, BJ said he's ordered stuff from China and forgot. And then, like, one day he got a package and he's like, what the hell is this, you know? And he opens it up and still, he said it had been so long he didn't even remember ordering that kind of thing. And it didn't even dawn on him for like a day. He was like, oh shit, I did order that, you know? But yeah, man, like, ordering stuff from China sucks. Like, I don't know if it's the customs that takes too long or what. But like this one, whenever I was following the tracking, it like switches from shipping company to shipping company, and it's like the update says like being transferred from our partners to like this facility or that facility, you know. And it's like by whenever it got to the post office, the actual post office here in Columbia, like it was like 2 days, you know, and it was here.
Yeah.
But before that, like the thing was, I swear the thing was in the United States for like almost 2 weeks.
Oh damn.
You know, and it's
They're,
like, what in the
they're making
hell's
sure
going on here?
customs. They're making sure you didn't order no bomb parts or anything.
Shit. Like I want to mess with something like that.
Oh man.
Bong parts.
Like, oh, he's cahooting with China. Oh, we can't have that shit.
Check this out. Me and BJ and BJ's dad was hanging out in the backyard yesterday,
Yeah.
and Gene was in the shop like after. All right, so BJ got the little. He got um, a Coleman mini bike,
Okay.
and he put a new motor on it, and a new CVT and a bunch of stuff. It runs really good, man. But after he finished that up, Gene went into the shop, and I was waiting on BJ to get back down the road from, like running on the scooter. And Gene was in there digging through buckets and shit in his shop. And I didn't know what he was doing. I, figured he was looking for something. He said that he's had the buckets on the top shelf of that shop. Like, he's got a bunch of 5-gallon buckets on the very top shelf. And he said it was funny because 2 of them was empty. He said they had dust in them.
Okay.
And then he pulled one down that was just chock full of stuff, you know? And he was going through it all, and he said it was so much miscellaneous weird shit. He found an old pipe he made back whenever they first moved out here.
Oh goddamn.
It was pretty cool. He handed it to me. I didn't know what the hell it was. He took like some aluminum tubing, like I'm trying to think of what it was from. It looks like tubing that goes to a AC condenser or something, maybe.
Yeah.
But it's aluminum, so it's like automotive AC condenser or something. And he basically had one side that stood up with like a clean tip on it, and then it goes down, and then it loops and makes a coil, and then it comes up, and he made a bowl out of the fitting. And so he said it was, he said he remembered making it and everything. He said he totally forgot about that thing. He said he made it so it'd be like an air-cooled water bong. He said, so it's not a water bong. He said it's an air-cooled bong. He said, but BJ was like, it could be a water bong. He's like, you can put some ice water, like get a cup of ice water, and put the coil down in a cup of ice water, and then you got cold, like, smoke, I was like, man, that's pretty damn cool right there.
Great. Now you can see BJ and his dad making some fucking water bombs.
Nah, Jig quit smoking years ago.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Ah.
Yeah, he ain't messed with that shit in probably 7 or 8 years at least.
Damn, don't remember you
Maybe
used to get
longer.
it,
It might have been 10 years. Time's been going by really fast as we're getting older, man.
Oh yeah. I was like, I remember every time they used to come out, he'd always buy a little bit off of me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't know he'd buy a little bit off you. I just figured he always had it.
Nah, man, I'd come out when I'd have some good stuff. And he'd be like, hey, you want to get rid of some? I'm like, yeah, what you want, bud?
That's funny.
Man, he was always getting stuff off of me.
Yeah. It's weird, man. The two of them have like I don't know. It's like they have a weird relationship.
Yeah.
For some reason, every now and then BJ can't stand his dad. And I can't imagine what his dad does that would piss BJ off,
Honestly, I've never had a problem with Gene.
He's always been
he always
extremely laid back,
Yeah.
I'm like, but there's been times BJ is like, just all like super irritated with his dad. I'm just like, what's the deal, man? Like, what'd he do? Like, why? It's like BJ he's like, he doesn't want to talk about it. It's like, all right, whatever, you know. But still, I'm just like, Gene's like one of the most chill dudes ever. I can't imagine what he would do to piss BJ off, you know.
The only thing I can think of is maybe he mentioned something to you like, you could be doing this or you could be doing that or something. That's the only thing I can think of.
Shit, BJ's damn working his ass off all the time. That
Oh, I know,
dude,
I'm
I
saying.
swear, BJ works more on stuff now than he did when he was working at a shop in Columbia. Like every time I go over there, he is working on a motor or working on a truck or a four wheeler or a scooter or
Is it
something.
all his stuff or is it other people's
No, it's
stuff?
like other people's stuff, his stuff. Like it's usually an assortment. Like he actually just pulled his old racing go kart out, and he's got it working on it. And I didn't even realize it, but the reason he was working on the mini bike, he wants to race my scooter.
Oh, God.
And it's like, man, I wish you'd have told me that. I already got my scooter back going again. Like, I got to clean out the fuel tank and clean out the bowl on the carburetor. And the last time, whenever it quit running right, because it was got some water in it.
All right, what y'all need to do? Lawnmower racing.
Nah, dude, we're scooter racing, man. I'm a slam that damn mini bike. But we put the GPS on the mini bike yesterday. I want to say it went like 32 miles per hour is what it topped out at. But it feels faster than that because you're really low to the ground.
Yeah.
Like BJ was shocked that it wasn't at least 40. And, you know, I got to say, I was a little bit shocked too. Like, because I drove that thing up the road and it will damn tote the front tire if you give it full throttle. In fact, when I was coming back into the yard, you know, it's a downhill, like going into BJ's yard. I hit the damn gas on that thing going down the hill and it lifted the front tire up on me.
Damn.
Yeah, that's just like like a Briggs style motor, you know? I was just like, holy crap, man. I was like, that thing is friggin', it's got some torque, you know? It's fun little, or I keep wanting to call it a scooter or a moped, but it's a mini bike. But it's a fun little mini bike, man. In fact, it's funny. So the one that they got, I don't remember. I think he told me where he got it, but I can't remember. Um, but anyways, whenever we were talking about it, I was like, you know what? That looks just like the one from Lowe's because Lowe's is selling a mini bike now.
Oh, Lord.
Turns out it's identical. It's identical. Like it's the exact same body, everything. The only difference is the one at Lowe's that they're selling is called Axis, and the one that Coleman has just says Coleman on it. So it's like brand name's different. It's the exact same mini bike.
Yeah. Good, Emma.
But I think brand new those things are like $750 or something. It's worth it, man. Those things are fun. I've thought about making my own, dude. The frames are so simple on them. I still haven't tried my welder on the new inverter. Like, well, it's not even new anymore. I've had it for so long, but I haven't tried to use my welder on it. I'm willing to bet that my welder will work on this inverter.
I caught a video the other day I was watching. It was a guy, he took an old bike, turned it into an electric bike, but he took like 2 bicycle rims and welded them to where they're so far apart, and then put a regular car tire for his back tire and a regular bicycle tire on the front. But his electric bike was ran by 2 Makita batteries.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It looked neat, dude. I mean, he welded everything, made the frame, all that shit. I mean, that looked neat. Hell, when he got on it, dude, it took off pretty good. I was like, well, damn. I mean, neat little idea.
Dude, check this out. I was at Lowe's today, and I had to get some. I just buy the 50-to-1 mix of 2-stroke fuel for the chainsaw.
Yeah.
that's it's just easier. I don't have to mix it, and it comes out costing either the same or maybe even a little less because you got to buy two-stroke oil and uh, gasoline. And I think
Well, I
those
know,
containers of premix are like $7 or something. So I was like, hell,
well,
I'll
I
just
know
buy that.
last year we thought about getting the kerosene that way. Man, we started breaking it down, dude. You pay a hell of a lot more for kerosene in the store than you do going if you find it at a gas station.
Well, here's the thing: I don't use the chainsaw that much, and I'd rather it have the right mix in it, you know.
Yeah.
And also, that stuff has stable in it, so like it'll keep for a long time. Like if you're not using it, it's supposed to like be able to crank right up even after sitting for a couple seasons, you know.
Yeah.
If you leave regular fuel and mix in it, like it can gum up the carburetor and won't want to start.
Yeah.
But anyways, so whenever I did that, I saw something at the Lowe's I did not know they had. It might be new, but I don't know. They had a chainsaw. It was a 24 volt, take the same batteries that my drills and my little skill saw do,
Huh.
except for it was a 16-inch chainsaw. And I was like, that's pretty cool. And then I was like, well, if they got the electric chainsaws, I wonder if they got the 80 volt, because you know we got the 80 volt weed eater and blower, and
Yeah.
I think we got one other thing. But anyways, those 80 volt batteries, that's some serious power. That's a big old battery too. But I looked up on Google to see if Cobalt made a 80 volt chainsaw, because they've been taking all the 80 volt stuff out of the store. You can buy it online, but you can't buy it in the store anymore.
Huh.
So I was looking to see like if that stuff, like if they made an 80 volt, and sure enough they do. And man, I want to know what the specs on that motor is, you know? That would be cool as hell, man. Alright, so I know for it being a chainsaw, it has to have a hell of a set of gears in it, you know?
Yeah.
Because you're cutting wood like the hard way. Like those things
I'll say
dig
that
into
that
the
would
wood,
drain.
you know?
I'll say that would drain the battery quicker too. I would think.
You would think, but the thing is, I'll bet that they got a hell of a good motor in that thing with some really good gearing in it. But I'd like to get my hands on one of those just to damn take it apart and see what's usable out of it, you know?
Price make a mini bike with a chainsaw.
Dude, I swear to God, this thing better be printing correctly. I'm sitting here looking at this, and it looks small. I don't know. Might be wrong. I might be wrong. I don't know, man. It's just slow, I guess, man. It's been going for 56 minutes just now. And it says it's going to take 4 hours, but it does not look a quarter of the way done. That Joker might be like an eighth of the way, maybe 3/16 of the way done. I hope it doesn't mess up, man. I hate it whenever a long print runs and it like has drooping overhangs and stuff. I don't know. I think I got my support settings correct, so hopefully it won't do that. I mean, it looks like it's going to be a solid print. I just hope it's got more strength this way, and because of the layers and me printing it at in low resolution, so it's printing it at 280 microns,
Yeah.
which is pretty big. Uh, I hope that the damn layer, like you can see like the layer changes because of it being thicker.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that those don't catch on the thread or anything. But I did make it a little bit bigger so that I could put a coating on it. I'm gonna put 2 or 3 coats of engine enamel on the
Yeah.
inside of it, and then I'm gonna put a couple coats of this Mod Podge acrylic Uh, it's clear acrylic sealer. It's kind of like a gloss coat. It's got a gloss finish, but it's more like a protectant. It's like really thick, you know. But also the gloss is supposed to help block UV and stuff. So I mean, I'm using PLA, and PLA isn't great in the sun. I mean, BJ keeps his stuff in the shop though, so probably won't be a big deal. But I'm doing the engine enamel on the inside of it so it'll help protect it from the gasoline, and I'm doing the clear on the outside to protect it from the sun and the elements, kind of thing. I hope it works, man. I hope that this thing works out. You know, I really enjoy the idea of making something productive with the 3D printer, as opposed to you know, just printing stuff to paint or whatever. Like, I don't know, man. I'm getting better at printing with certain materials. One of the big things is just learning the patience. You know, it's you just got to deal with it. It's you know what? Instead of trying to make some shit print fast by changing settings and speeding it up and stuff, you're gonna have a shitty print. It's gonna not look good. It's gonna have bad lines. It's gonna fucking fall apart or be brittle. You just gotta go for it and do a long ass print. And it's, man, that's hard for me to accept. You know, like I want that shit to do it now.
Yeah. Oh, I understand.
But yeah, it's just one of those things. What I need to do is get you to get a 3D printer, get BJ to get a 3D printer, and then we can print stuff that takes multiple pieces and you put it together. Like, then we could build it 3 times as fast.
Yeah.
It's like we could all build the pieces and then we'll put it all together and like finish it and paint it and make it look good, and we can sell that shit. Like, I can print out swords from video games and stuff, but you got to print it in multiple parts. They're like life-size swords. I could print out swords and we could sell them jokers for like 150, 200 bucks and split the money. What do you think?
Well,
Y'all just got to get you some printers now. Hell, I'm probably going to buy me a second one, man. I got this thing used, you know, from the pawn shop. That's why I've been damn working out kinks on this fucker the whole time. Like, on top of learning the settings on Cura on the slicing software, like, this damn thing, like, it's had so many issues since I got it. Like, the Bowden tube slid out, man, all kinds of stuff. The fan wasn't running for a while whenever I first got it. That's the reason I ordered the fan, but I cleaned it all out and it's working fine now. But what else happened to it? It kept having the thermal runaway errors and it was shut down. All kinds of stuff like that, man. It was like the temperature would rise too fast, and then the temperature would raise too slow. So I got errors for it getting hot too fast, and then I got errors for it not getting hot fast enough. And whenever it throws those errors, that's it. It shuts down. Like, you got to reset it. Most of the errors on this thing, you have to reset the damn thing. But I'm also learning that everything has to do with what filament you're using. All the settings that you use, you have to basically adjust your settings for what you're using. Like, there's no one like setting, or like there's no like set of settings that works for everything.
yeah.
Like, you gotta tune these things constantly. But I'm starting to get the hang of it. I found a print online for a cup holder for BJ's Polaris.
Yeah.
It's something somebody designed. It's just it clips onto the gas cap, you know, right in front of you where the gas tank is, and it's got a cup holder on it. So it makes it where you got a cup holder on the four wheeler. I thought it was pretty cool. I want to see if they got one for mine, because that's the thing that sucks. There's nowhere to put anything on my four wheeler. Like I put that basket on the front of it so I could put the air pump and a couple tools and shit in it. And I've tried putting drinks in there. They fall over. Like you gotta have like a cup holder, you know.
Yeah.
Like just driving from here over to BJ's house on the four wheeler, like I'll dump my drinks over. Like it sucks. You can only use like a can, or not a can, a bottle with a lid.
Man, I'm gonna have to get ready for bed here soon. I'm getting to bed by like 10:15. Shit.
Well, yeah, I can't do that. I mean, I can do that, but I don't.
So I do it just because I gotta be up at 6.
I feel like if I'm damn working all day, I need to have about the same amount of time to damn enjoy myself after I get home. So I stay up late.
I couldn't do it because hell, you know, I'm up at 6. I work till 5. And I couldn't stay up too late. I mean, because hell, only getting a couple hours of sleep. I could do, well, let's put it this way, I can get like 2-3 hours of sleep for at least one day. But after that, oh hell no, I gotta get me some sleep.
Yeah, well, let's see, it was either Sunday night or Monday night. I stayed up all night,
Damn it.
and when I went to work, my ass felt kicked. It was Monday.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. It was Monday. And I mean, by the time morning came, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go get me something to eat, and get a coffee in me. None of it helped. I just felt like crap all day.
Oh yeah, see that's my whole thing, dude. Like there's been like one or two times where I think one Sunday night I could have got, yeah, if I get like a 3-day weekend, like if I don't have to work Friday or something like that, where I can sleep in Friday, sleep in Saturday, or no, that don't bother me. I think this one was, it was a 4-day weekend I got. By Sunday night I can't sleep.
Yeah.
And so it's like I stayed up all night. And that day I did fine up until about, I'd say 11 o'clock. And once 11 o'clock hit, it was like, oh my god, I can sleep. I'm so fucking tired. Hell, I can tell you one thing, dude. That night I slept so fucking good.
Well, Monday night, whenever I got home. All right, so first thing, I was on my ride home. I felt woozy. And I was like, what the hell's wrong with me? Am I getting sick or something, you know?
Just a lack of sleep.
And yeah, I realized, I was like, oh damn, I was like, that's my body, damn, like, I need to go to bed, asshole. You know, I was just like, holy crap. That never used to happen.
Oh yeah, nowadays it does, man.
But by the time I got home, I got my whichever wind that was. And then I ended up staying up till like damn, hell, let's see, Monday, I think I stayed up till about midnight, maybe? Midnight or 1?
I was saying, it couldn't have been too late because you had to be up like around 8 or 9, I think.
Yeah, I think well, I mean, that's early for me, like midnight. I usually go to bed at 2 or 3, you know? But, yeah, I mean, I got like a second wind or whatever, and it was like, I was fine once I got home and ate something. I wasn't tired anymore. I was just like, well, shit. Nico's been damn, I don't know, like, she ain't been messing with me today. Oh, she's right here. Ah. I was sitting there talking trash. She was just like sleeping right here against my foot. I didn't even notice. Like she could be over on the soft couch over there in the blankets or the pillows. Nah, she's like right here on the cold hard floor next to me.
Damn.
Yeah, I didn't even know she was right here. She's damn being quiet and chill.
I'm saying it wasn't as cold as it has been in the last couple of days.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think it's supposed to go to 59 tonight.
I think.
I thought about turning the AC on when I got home, but I was like, nah. I'm gonna let it mellow in here and see how it feels in an hour or two. Yeah, it's not too bad. I put the ceiling fan on. It's not too bad a temperature right now. Where's my damn thermostat?
I got home, it was 78.
I don't even know where my the damn little device I got that shows me the temperature inside and out. I don't even know where it went to.
Nico's hiding from you.
Yeah, right. Man, she can't move that thing. It's some, I don't know, man. It's like it should be right here somewhere, but I can't find it. Oh, there it is. I guess I moved it over next to the couch the other day. Oh, sorry, baby. What I've done woke Nico up. It's 73 in here. It's 60 outside. Dang, it's already 60 degrees outside.
Yeah, I think it's gonna get down.
It cooled off fast. What happened? You hit the button or something? That was funny. You were saying it was going to get down to, and I was like, you must be looking it up.
Yeah, I wasn't looking it up. I went I wake my phone up so I could, do it, and I hit the phone, and when I did, the screen came on before I hit it, and so as soon as my thumb come down to hit the red button, I was like, fuck!
Well, whenever you paused for a second, I looked at my phone because the phone screen lit up, and it was playing. I was watching a video about Leonardo da Vinci whenever you called, and it started playing the video again. I was like, what the hell? I forgot I was watching that damn video.
Get down to 70 or 52.
52?
Yep.
What's that for Batesburg?
Gilbert.
Really?
Yep.
Hey Google, what's the temperature tonight in Gilbert? The low. Hang on a second. My Google's slow. I think she's got a mental defect. My leg. Cramp. Charlie horse.
I'm looking at it's going to be 52 by 7 a.m.
That's good with me. Yeah, Google don't like me anymore, man. My Google Home Nest or whatever it is, the Nest Mini.
Yeah.
That shit does not work anymore. Like it'll whenever I say hey Google, it'll light up and it'll listen. Once I'm done asking the question, the lights will flash like it's thinking, and then it'll just shut off. I'm starting to think that the damn Google Home.
I can't find any dimmable lights. You can add them in assistant settings.
Maybe I need to put it in a different position. I didn't say anything that sounded like dimmable lights. And it's over here trying to find lights that it can dim. I don't know, man. That thing. It was pretty cool. It worked really good for a while. And then all of a sudden its responses were getting slower. And I went online trying to find some info about it. See if there was like a setting or something. Or see, if I had to update the port or something, just to make it respond faster. I don't know, there's nothing about anybody's Google Home Mini or Nest Mini going slow like this. It's apparently not a problem for anybody but me. So I don't know, man. I even unplugged it. I just disconnected it for like, I think I disconnected it for like almost a month. And I figured, you know, it would probably clear out. Like whenever I put it back on, I'll just like update everything. Nah, dude. Like, I wonder if I can update the firmware on it or something. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I mean, I update Google Home on the cell phone, and that's what runs it, you know. But I don't know. Gene gave me some pipe cleaners.
Huh?
Gene gave me some pipe cleaners.
Really?
Yeah, you know what? He was offering them to me because he was like, I don't got a pipe anymore, you know. Like it's actual for like actual old school style pipe.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there thinking like I've messed with pipe cleaners before. I was like, I don't know if a pipe cleaner is gonna do the job, you know. And he handed them to me. I pulled one out, and these things are hard, man. It's like, you know how most pipe cleaners have like the little soft bristles and everything.
Yeah.
This has like hard bristles on it,
Huh.
and it actually worked really good. It cleaned my pipe out really well. But it took like 3 or 4 of them. But yeah, this is the original Riemann Clean extra rigid bristle 30 count pipe cleaners.
Huh.
It cleans, it scrubs, it absorbs.
It does it all.
You should have seen all the shit that came out of this thing. It was nasty. And then the first hit I took off of it after that, holy crap, it was the foulest tasting shit ever.
Oh, I believe it.
I told BJ, I was like, oh, hold on. I was like, you're going to have to give me a minute, dog. I was like, that was so gross. It like, damn, what's the word? It like stunned me for a second. I watched a video last night. It was talking about a whole bunch of 80s movies that are being remade. And you won't believe some of the movies that they're remaking.
What are they trying to remake now?
Huh?
I said, what are they trying to remake now?
What the fuck? Your voice sounds like a robot.
I said, what are they trying to remake now?
I can hear what you're saying, but you sound like a robot. That is so weird. Anyways, so I think it's coming out this year. They're remaking The Christmas Story.
Oh, yeah, it's a new one.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be Ralphie gets older.
Yeah, it's like him with his family having Christmas. And there's a whole bunch of people from the original one, which that's cool. I like whenever they do that and use like original cast members in a remake or like a continue. It's not a remake, it's an actual sequel, you know.
Yeah, I'm saying it's a sequel.
But there, man, I can't even. There were some of the movies on that list that I was just like, you got to be kidding me. Oh man, I'm having such a brain fart right now. I haven't even smoked yet. Like I just took one hit off the pipe just a minute ago, and I haven't even smoked since I got home. And there's nothing in the pipe. I was just hitting it like to make sure it was clear before I loaded it up. Damn. Shit, I can't remember what it was. There was one movie specifically that was like that. Oh, it's RoboCop. They're gonna remake RoboCop. Again. Yeah. But get this, it's not a remake. It's the sequel to the first movie. You know how RoboCop 2 came out and it was like a totally different story and timeline? It was like a totally different time. It was like years after Murphy became RoboCop, you know?
Okay.
Like everybody knew who he was. He was on, you know, it was like a big deal. It was like his I feel like in the second RoboCop, it was like his fame was fading, kind of, you know. And they were making like the new RoboCops and stuff, or trying to make new RoboCops. Anyways, that was the one with Kane,
Yeah.
like the robot that was addicted to the drug, you know.
Nuke.
Yeah, Nuke. Yeah, I can't believe you remembered the name of that shit. That's awesome.
I watched it not too long ago.
That was a cool one, man. I like that one.
And then the third one was where they brought in the samurai.
The
robot.
samurai robots were cool. Yeah, that was pretty. But that movie was shitty though. The
Yeah.
third movie, I don't like that much of it. The last time I went to watch it, I watched about 20 minutes of it, and I was like, nah, I'm done with this.
Well, I catch myself doing that a lot here. Like movies I watched back in the day, it's like I'll go to watch a movie, and it's like I'll get maybe 10, 15 minutes in, but man, this sucks.
You know, I watched Roadhouse last night,
Oh, you did?
and I tell you what, it's been a long ass time since I've seen that movie, and I was pretty into it for about an hour, and I just kind of lost interest in it. You know, I was like, oh, this is just kind of dragging on now. You know.
Well, they're remaking that one too.
Oh, what now?
They're remaking that one.
Oh,
too.
that's right. Yeah, it was after I watched it that I saw that video, and yeah, Roadhouse was on there, and I was like, that's pretty funny.
Yeah,
You know?
Conor McGregor, the MMA fighter, he's gonna be in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny. Damn, it's funny. Sam Elliott. What year did that movie come out? Like in the early '90s, like 91, 92 or something.
I think.
I don't know, man. Like Sam Elliott has always looked the same. He just had different color hair.
Yeah.
I forgot Sam Elliott was in that damn movie. I was watching. I was like, "Holy shit, it's Sam Elliott!"
Yeah, he dies in it. He gets stabbed in the back.
Shit, I didn't even fucking see that. I mean, it's been so long since I saw it. Like I said, I was just got distracted. I was just like, I don't know, man. It's like after working in bars and stuff, like all that shit isn't really that realistic. I mean, some of it was. They did a pretty good job at the realism, as far as like, you know, like whenever he first came to the bar and he was like working out the kinks, he had the like chick selling drugs as a side hustle, and the dude skimming the register and overpouring and all this stuff. Like that's all pretty realistic. That happens, you know. Like even now, that same shit still happens now, you know. But I don't know, man. It was something about it. I just was like, man, it just got boring. You know, it was around the time whenever Sam Elliott came into it, and I don't know, man. I think they were just stuff with relationships and like dating story elements to it. It's just really doesn't hold my attention at all. And it was whenever the chick doctor, the blonde,
Yeah.
like her, Sam Elliott, and Cheeseburger Man. What's his name?
Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, Patrick Swayze. They went to another bar to hang out, and Sam Elliott was all hitting on